Okay, welcome back. Much nicer today inside the shop, with that being a temperature we can paint. That's awesome. I went and grabbed paint off the shelf and it was too cold to paint with. It was too cold in my hand. It was actually, so I ran to the hardware store and got paint that's at room temperature. So I'm gonna get some paint on the pieces that we welded the last time out. And that's gonna be across the back of the truck here. All my welds across my support beam. And then the welds and the pieces underneath here and here and over here, here. And then when I finish these here as well. So lots of grinding and welding today. And then up here, we'll get that one sorted out and blocked off, and we'll get those things done. That's the goal. Try to get this fender well done today, and then we'll get on to the next piece, which will probably be this B-pillar in the next videos in the next weeks. There it is. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's make a template. Looks good. Let's test it again. Make sure it's close-ish. All right, let's start there. Twist. Adjustment there. Boom. Perfect. Perfection. Okay, nice, perfect. All right, let's do some cutting. Okay, got the patch made. Fits like a glove. Took a little bit of grinding, but it got it pretty good. Template was really close, so that was real good. So we're right there. So that's ready to be tacked into place. I need to paint underneath it first, and then we can get that rocking and rolling. Let's cover that stuff up with some paint. There's my can of paint I was already using over here. All right, we're just gonna pretend like we're going to eliminate all of the rust issues underneath there. We know we're not, but we're gonna, again, we're pretending. Gotta have a nice, firm imagination that you can stop rust on a Range Rover. We can spray that from the bottom on the other side later. All right. Let's slide underneath there. Let's get some lightage underneath there. We're just annoying it with paint, that's all. It's gonna just slow that little bit we got paint on. The rest of it's probably gonna rust. But that's gonna be good enough. Where's my light so we can see? Do you see? That's good enough. All right. Okay, so we're gonna weld there, get that in place and get it rolling. Okay, while we wait for the paint to dry, let's talk about our sunroof drain, which comes from here, and it needs to go over to the B pillar and go down this B pillar right here. So go down that way. It's plastic, so it's gonna be fun to route. I'm thinking running it from the bottom up. So I'm gonna start with that. I'll see how we do. Okay. All right, we got the hole cut. I'm not proud of the hole. Let's see if I can get it from this side over here. I'm not proud of the hole. It had to be square because am I pointing at it? Should I point at it so you can tell which hole I'm talking about? Talking about that right there. Right there. I don't have the hole saw for metal in that size. And none of the ones I had worked because I already broke one. So I went with Dremel, cut a square. I'm gonna put a little bit of rubber around that so that the sunroof drain doesn't bounce against it and rubber and, you know, cut and then leak water into the wheel well where I don't want it anyway. So, but that's gonna be what it is today and to now. So, to now, that's gonna be what it is today. All right, next we're gonna heat the tube up, make it a little more flexible and straight. So that's gonna be the next little adventure. Can't do that and film at the same time, so you get to go and drink coffee while I do this. Okay, this is kind of working. It takes a little bit of effort to get that to turn in that tiny little space right there, as you can well imagine. But it is now feeding, so that's encouraging. So I am feeding it down. That feeding up was folly. I didn't get very far at all on that one. And we'll see what happens when we get down. Okay, we're down here already. There it is, right there. There it is. I was hoping I could pull, but that's all right. We'll go with push, and then we'll get it turned in that little space. This is great camera work. Sorry, give me a second. All right, so we got to get it turned in that little space. So let's get some pulled out a little bit. Get a little bit more started here. So we can have it make a turn. Oh, I just fell. Okay. Knees don't bend that way anymore. Oh, that hurt a lot. All right. How are we gonna get that to turn? Let's pull it back out a little bit. See if we can make that turn this way. Hey, settle down. Searching for camera. Why is the camera being searched for? Stop searching for camera. Cancel. Are you still plugged in? Cancel. Cancel. I think we're still filming, so let's just keep moving. Computer doesn't know that the camera's there, so. There we go. Yeah, we got it. Sort of. Go over here and look. Watch what we're doing here. There we go. There we go. It's a tight fit. Wish I'd had a proper hole saw for this. Which I am going to source before I cut a hole in the bottom of that panel. That's a fact. But we'll get this run down. Okay, I've got to adjust. Okay, I had to adjust me because I could not do that kind of bending anymore. All right, we got a bunch rolled out here. All right. How much do we got? Let's go a little bit more. And then we'll take a look up here. See what we got to do to get that hooked up. All right. Let's get some knife and cut. Okay, got that cut off. Now we just got to make that fit on there. So we're going to go back to the heating part and make it more flexible. Hello. More flexible. Oh, need electricity. Won't start if you don't plug it in. All right, it's gently heating the end of that. I did have a little extra, so in case I screwed up, I can do that again. Very pliable now. Almost too pliable. Oh yeah. Off in ya. Okay. Hey, look at that. I don't like that pinch, but it is where it's supposed to be. And now you take the friction clip here. Oh, should have taken that off so you could see it first. Let's get up close. So there's the friction clip right there. So I've moved it out onto the shaft a little bit here. Just give it a nice little twist. Press and press and press. And go get some pliers and press harder. I'm gonna turn it to the side because that's what the others are doing. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of pliers and give that one more click. And my fingers won't do it. Well, thankfully we had something to do while we waited for the paint to dry on our pieces that we're about to make. Okay, that was all of it. That's it. That's all you're getting. Now see, that's not ideal. I don't like that. So we're gonna warm that pinch up here. I'm gonna give it some flexibility. Let's warm that up a little bit and just manipulate it. See how it just wants to pinch? We're gonna warm it and shape it. Boy, half of me says cut that damn thing out and just put another, move it to where it's not pinched there. Stop. Too much heat. All right, cool, cool. Just keeping it pliable, keeping it flexed while it cools off. Not a biggie. No biggie. Don't want that to be blocked because it will just leak like a sieve up here and then ruin the headliner again. All right, that one is very well done. All right, we'll come back and check on it here in a little bit. Make sure it stays not pinched. I think it's okay. All right, call that mostly successful. Again, we've left a lot out down here so I can run that down. So I can run that down to someplace down here. I'm gonna buy a fitting that goes through the floor back here behind the mud flap. And then I can drain it out the back side. and then it will no longer drain through the C-pillar, which is a rust city, as you can well see. Rust Town, USA, or Solihull, whichever works for you. Okay, I think my pieces are dry, so we're going to start doing some welding. Let's see who gets to be welded first. Okay, with the hum of the welder in the background, I finally got the tube done. I'll show you what I did on that in a minute, but that is ready to go. I'm hoping that my ground is going to work. We're about to find out. I'm going to make this light to be more light. A lot of popping and snapping because of the paint. I'll just go show you my welds suck. Myself. Ow, it's hot. All right, let's take a look at what we're doing wrong. Okay, we're gonna let those cool and then we'll use the grinder because it's ugly and that's what happens when you do it this way. It's too hot to touch, too hot to mess with. So let's go to the next piece. Oh, I didn't move my ground. I'm surprised that even welded up way over here. I didn't move my ground. And this one has too much paint on it, so it does not want to weld. Let's see if that works. Definitely wasting wire when you do it that way, that's a fact. Let's wire wheel that off. Let's at least have good welds on this one. Okay, that's it. I stopped filming. The welder I think was over cycle, or I didn't have a good ground. I was getting a beep. I gotta look it up, see what's going on with that. But anyway, I continued. I got some more welding done. I've finished the patch. Let's turn this light on. Finished that patch. That's done. That patch done. And those two patches over there done. So now we're all done on those two. What I got defeated on was that nightmare. Welding upside down, not easy, and didn't work well. And so I had a lot of trouble with that. I must got rudely interrupted by my battery. Okay, so showed you the pieces I got done. I'm gonna figure out how to weld upside down. I'm gonna watch some videos. We gotta see what happens there. That was very difficult. The bottom of that is all kinds of like this, so the panel's not fitting flat. Very frustrating. I think I've got this sorted out. Now I've got my hose on, and where it was bending, I put 3 zip ties. 3 zip ties, sort of like if you had a flat valve or heart valve or something, maybe you put them around it, make it push on all of the sides equally, and it made it back to a circle. So that's encouraging. I cannot endorse this product for a solution to replace the existing sunroof drains. Too many bends. This one right here, you can see it's got a bend in it from where it was folded, and it sat too long. You can heat it and get it back to flat, but it just wants to go back to this memory shape that it's done. Not super cool. But my little experiment there with the zip ties, maybe that'll help, and maybe that'll make life good. That's all I got. I will be back on when I can sort out how to do that C-pillar bottom, welding upside down, and get to it. Like and subscribe. As always, thanks very much. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you watching the content. Have a good week. And